Why did you decide to pursue a higher education at the college level? For most, it is to graduate and earn a decent living. Now, ask the question, why would a person ever jeopardize this through the form of drinking alcoholic beverages? Henry Wechsler of Harvard University states that 25 to 40% of college dropouts admit to alcohol being a factor of their ability not to succeed. I have seen firsthand how alcohol can change people's lives, and for practically everyone, it's not for the better. After attending college, you see week in and week out people that get belligerently drunk, and for most people, it's people underage. This is why I am speaking against underage drinking and how dangerous it can be and how it can cause lifelong problems. The first problem with underage drinking is it's just dangerous. For one, you can get in legal trouble through an MIC, which is a minor in consumption, or an MIP, which is a minor in possession. The difference, possession being you have possession over the alcohol, and consumption being you have consumed the alcohol, and that can be tested through a blood test or a breathalyzer. Baylor University has stated that some of the penalties for MIP or MIC are community service. You must take an alcohol class. You can have a fine, usually around $500, and for multiple offenses, you can have your driver's license suspended. Now, that's just legal trouble. There's also the trouble of drunken behavior when you are belligerently drunk. Some of the things I have seen through my years of college are people getting in fights. Some people have to go to the hospital for broken hands, broken noses, black eyes, and such. Another big problem is the puking and urination of your pants. This usually happens if someone is really, really drunk, uncontrollably drunk, and sometimes they even have to get their stomachs pumped. Probably the last one, which is the most frequent throughout people, is the decisions that you make are usually regrettable, and you usually wake up in the morning hearing about things that you know you would never do sober. Now, probably the hottest topic throughout universities right now is the rape problem. First of all, if you are accused of raping someone, then everyone in your university that knows that you did this is just going to look down upon you, and it's going to be really tough to find friends and earn people's trust. Now, the legal punishment that you can get in trouble for, and this is coming from criminaldefenselawyer.com. There's two basically areas of rape that I'm going to cover. One is statutory rape, and for this, you will go to jail for more than a year. It's considered a felony, and you must pay a fine. Now, there has recently been passing of Romeo and Juliet laws. What this is if a minor and someone who is not a minor have sexual intercourse and they are close in age, then there's a few different stipulations. First of all, it's viewed as a misdemeanor and not a felony. Usually you won't go to jail for it's usually around less than a year, and sometimes you still have to pay a fine. Now, these laws are state by state. They're different depending on which state you're in. Now, besides the fact that underage drinking is dangerous, there's also the academic failure rate is increased due to alcohol, as I mentioned before. First of all, people that underage drink tend to skip longer, and this is usually to them being hungover or them wanting to party more than studying. or going to class. Another problem that Weschler from Harvard states is that there's the problem of memory loss. Now, memory loss tends to happen like during a party. It's usually like people are blacking out. They don't remember what they did in the morning. But there's also been studies that have concluded that it's harder to remember your academic things that you've learned in class, which has been causing people to fail out more. Now, probably the biggest problem, and that's being more prevalent throughout the different universities, is the amount of binge drinkers that are becoming more prevalent. And this has been increasing throughout all colleges, especially nowadays in women. Women tend to not like to drink beer and things of that such. They tend to take shots, which only expedites the process of becoming drunk, and they get incredibly drunk, and it's a bad situation. And usually they're at a male's party, so then they have to figure out how to get home, and that's becoming a big problem. It's also been researched that alcoholics tend to start their behavior around the college time, some in high school, but for a lot more it starts around college because you're out on your own, you're away from your parents, and you really don't have any rules besides the ones that you set for yourself. So obviously binge drinking can be a big problem, and it's something to think about the next time you go to a party. So basically, it's pretty obvious from this evidence that drinking underage and just drinking out of control in general, even if you are of age, is a major problem and needs to be something that we take serious. These next 4 years can determine the next 40 years of your life, and you don't want to waste those away through drinking. College offers a lot of opportunities for a lot of different students, and you should think twice before you take that next drink.
Yeah.
Go team.
How long was it supposed to be?